How many of you want more, better, faster results in your career, your finances, your health and fitness, your relationships? Raise your hand. All right, I only saw one that didn't want that. How many of you want to be more inspired, more engaged, more motivated, and have more energy to do what you want when you want to do it? Raise your hand. Great. Because I'm here for one reason, and one reason only. And that's to take you from where you're at to where you want to be faster than ever before. And we're going to do that with my system, the time compression system. How to do more, get more, and be more in less time. By changing your relationship with time and rescuing back 5, 10, 15 or more hours a week for you, while you simultaneously maximize the productivity of the time you have, so you can have more freedom, health, and wealth. But at the end of the day, we are going to take my performance GPS system and we're going to set your coordinates in to exactly where you want to go for your business and your life. How many of you right now find yourself struggling or stuck somewhere in your business or your life? Raise your hand. Or want results faster? Awesome. So here's the good news, and it's really good news. It's not your fault. You know when you grow up, they always tell you it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. It's not your fault. And for one simple reason. What most of you do not realize is that you're in a blind spot when it comes to time and performance. A blind spot is past conditioning that you don't even know you have. And we're going to discover that blind spot and break you through it so you can change that relationship with time. So, anyone been handcuffed before besides me? All right. So we're going to have some handcuffs come out. They're plastic. We want you to put them on right now. So here's the good news. We're just going to have those handcuffs on for the next 7 hours. So don't worry about it. At the end of the today, you're going to eat. No, just kidding. So those handcuffs represent something. But first, how does it feel to have handcuffs on? Does it feel like there's freedom there? How does it feel emotionally? Now, what you don't realize is that this is what's happening with time. Think about this. Think about if you went into the world right now with your business, competing, protecting your life and your family, eating, vacationing. What would that feel like to have those handcuffs on? That's what you're doing with your time. See, what's happened in society is your time has been stolen from you and you don't even know it. You may realize that, gosh, I wish I had more time. How many in this room want more time? Raise your hand. Or time's an issue. Really? Handcuffs, I mean, you got handcuffs on, but... And remember, when I'm here talking to you, I'm talking to you. That means I'm talking to you and you. So go ahead right now. What I'm going to do is we're going to break the chains of time. So go ahead, and if you can snap them off, snap them off. And I like that. If not, just pull them off. Nice. So I want you to look down at your sheet from last night. And I want you to identify your big goal. Everyone should have their big goal in front of them. I want you to close your eyes for a moment and have that sheet. I want you to imagine that goal. Imagine that goal right now. Close your eyes, imagine that goal. I want you to see what you see, hear what you hear, and feel what you feel already having that goal complete. What's it like? What's it like to now have it? What are you doing? Where are you going? What's your life like? What's it like? But what just happened, back to those goals, is you had a breakthrough. But it was a breakthrough in your mind. When I had you see what you see, hear what you hear, feel what you feel, in the mind, in the subconscious mind, it doesn't know the difference. But that was a breakthrough. We want to take the mental breakthrough and make it a real breakthrough. Today is about having breakthroughs. Today is not a time management course. If you thought you were going to get binders in time management, and that's not going to happen here. We'll tell you why those do not work. We'll teach you how to use your time. But it's about breakthroughs, transformation. You transform what you're doing This is not a tools and tricks and tips 2 days. You will get them, but we're here about shifting the core. When you shift the core, everything changes. I've had the pleasure and luxury for 25 years to work with every level in every type of organizations. To the people that are just beginning, to Olympic athletes, CEOs, military leaders, and I have been blessed that they have entrusted me, and I'm going to tell you this. At the end of the day, you've got to shift the core. Are there things in here that you're doing that you know you shouldn't be doing, you still do them? Raise your hand. Yeah, because that's a core issue. To be successful, you need a formula. A formula is a set of instructions for the predictable result. Does anyone know what this vault is? Of. Anyone know? There's a little Q on the slide if you can see it. It's a Coca-Cola vault. That's where the formula of Coca-Cola is. It's one of the most guarded places in the world. But you need a formula. When we talked yesterday, I talked about Olympians. Do you remember that? I said, what are one of the 5 things they do? They have a formula. They're not going out, waking up, going, geez, what am I going to do today? Am I going to Starbucks today? I'm going to check my email. I'm going to throw the discus for a few minutes. I'm going to go back home. But they got a formula. So I want to talk to you about when you use a formula and why. So this guy, we couldn't find a better picture. That was his portrait. Is Wallace Wattles. He wrote the book, The Science of Getting Rich. And this is a really important concept. Not a lot of people talk about it. In his book, and this is back in the 20s, this is before Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich, he talks about the impression of increase. And here's what it is, and it's really simple. We are designed to be the best we can be, to have the most money, love, beauty in our life. That's what we're designed to do. And it's based on the law of nature. It's based on the law of nature. You see, this big tree once was an acorn. And it has one sole purpose, and that is to be its full expression. That's what it is for everyone in here. That tree wasn't designed to be a little weed. Hey, I'm going to grow up to be a little weed. No, a giant, powerful tree. So for everyone in the room, your inherent design is to be the best you can be. And so on those tough days and bad days and challenging days where things aren't going well, you just got to remember the law of nature is for you to be successful. Remember, you won the ultimate race. 250 million racers. You got here. So it's really about what you want to do. What you want to do. And in this, it's all about progress. All about progress. See, when you're making progress, you will be happy. Think about your life when you're not happy. What's the number one thing that's happening? You're stuck, you're stalled out, you're not getting the results you want. Am I right? It comes down to progress. You notice it does not say perfection. We are not here to be perfect. We would be here our lifetime and we would fall short. All I want to do is keep progressing. I want to take you from where you're at to where you want to be and making progress. So I want you to have that mindset of progress. Time. This is an acronym that I came up with. I would like all of us, because this is going to be interactive, to repeat with me. So it is today. Say today. Today. I make everything happen. It's time. In your time, you make everything happen. The good, the bad, the ugly. The good, the bad, the ugly. So we'll talk about what we're going to cover today. My story, I'm going to tell you about how I got here. The myths you've been led to believe about time and success. There's 5. The 5 steps of the time compression formula and how to set your GPS. Here are the 5 steps of the program. Number 1 is going to set your GPS. 2, the time cleanse. The time cleanse you're going to love or hate. It's to get your time back. I'm going to take you through a step-by-step process to see where you're wasting time, getting it back. 3 is grit. How to get activated, how to take care of your mind and body, and then how to recover. One of the most critical things that 99% of people do is they do not know how to recover and prepare. Anyone have a mental or physical preparation for today? That you're like, okay, this is how I'm going to prepare. I'm conscious of it, I'm going to do it. Okay, 1, 2. It's normal. I went my whole life not doing it. But when you start preparing yourself, you perform. I'm going to say that again. That is a good writer-downer, by the way. When you prepare yourself, you perform. Guidelines for today, fun. Listen, 2 days, a lot of great stuff's going to come out. You'll get pushed up against things. I'll say things to you that you think I'm crazy about. You know, you won't agree, you'll agree. It's okay, but we're going to have fun. Fun in the mindset. And this is for everyone here that's with a client, a kid, a parent. Fun creates movement. If you get too serious, the learning is going to slow down, okay? Turn your phones off, please. Went through that already. Yeah, I know you guys are all and gals doing business. Just step out, do business, no problem. Be present when you're here. We're going to go quick. You're going to have a break and come back. So you're going to have plenty of time to go to the bathroom, phones, business, but be present when you're here. Part of this is practicing being here right now. One of the biggest epidemics of today is not being present. We're going to talk about how that affects time. Support the other people in the room. My goal is to hold a space for everyone in this room to get to the next level. That means somebody might be on stage, you might be talking to me like, oh, that guy or girl again. We're everybody. There's something to learn for you or somebody in your life. Engage and ask questions. I'm not sure if Pat talked about this, but at the end of each section, we're going to have a Q&A, so you can ask any questions, and then some ahas. What did I learn, or what was I reminded of? Because part of today is taking action. How many have ever gone to a seminar besides me, had all these notes, man, that guy or gal was great, and didn't do jack afterwards? Raise your hand. Yeah, I've got like binders. I recently, with me and Yuki, went through a whole cleanse in our home. And I had binders from like 20 years ago. And I have to tell you, I was like, oh, don't throw that out. And Yuki looked at me like, what? Because I had this feeling, when I went there. It felt great. I didn't do anything with it. Or I did one thing with it. So today, the engagement process, emotion, and activity creates reaction and action. So this is just about note-taking. That binder there and all the material you're going to have, you can spend all day long with it afterwards, or not. I'm going to give you the best stuff I got for 20 years. Be coachable. I still have coaches, personally, for my performance. I do competitive pistol and rifle shooting as well. I have a world-class shooter for that from the LAPD. So that's one of my mindfulness practices I'll talk about later. I'm not a hunter, so if anyone that's against hunting or whatever, that's not for me. I do that for mindfulness practice. So be coachable. Be coachable.